Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prizes are stuff you learn. If you want to be an artist, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. Ooh, and I am your host. You better believe I am your host for I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art, their lives, and their selves through learning and earn the right to say I am smart. The format of the quiz, very simple, very straightforward. 3 rounds of questions for your brain, 3 musings, that looks like an M, for your imaginosphere, and a 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall. That's what we're gunning for. That's what we're looking for. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with. Here's a Sharpie. Something to write on. Here's a Post-it note. Optional is a beverage, because whilst it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a little bit of a toast. Yeah, toast, just to bring us all together. Today's toast is courtesy of Instagram user Tmrberts. So here we go. To watching live sport. I have long been a believer that sport is art, and so a summer of sport essentially means a summer of art. How could you doubt that sport is art when the nation of England just last weekend was left in abject misery because a Spanish man kicked a ball into a net? Something so simple and at its core, and I can't stress this enough, meaningless, brought a nation to its knees, England, and other nations to their highest pitch of joy, Spain, Scotland. The meaningless given meaning, that is art. And with us already having seen off the European Football Championships, the Americas Football Championships, and Wimbledon, and still with a whole Olympics and Paralympics to enjoy, this is truly a summer of art. And if you don't like watching sports at home, no problem. With the prevalence of streaming, you can watch whatever you want on the little TV in the bedroom. To watching live sport. Double dip for that first one. Hello, Smarties. How are we all doing? I hope we are all doing nice and well. You'll excuse me. I'm just gonna do my little social post, social media. You know, that's how we do it. There we go. Here we are. And here we are. Boom. Yes, lovely. Who do we have? SJBeck72. Hello, all Smarties. Lovely to see you, SJBeck72. Always a pleasure. TB Douglas. Hello, Smarties. Excited to be quizzing. Yeah, first quiz in a while. Not since, probably for about a month. About a month is the last time we did a quiz. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks off from Livetainment full stop because of the footy last week. It's all the way over there. So we've had a little bit of a gap, but hopefully everybody is nice and excited to get back to it. How many have we got watching? 5. Lovely. 5 people watching. Hello to you. And Maple Panda, wonderful, wonderful stuff to see you. Monkey Pixie Funk, football, footy. Absolutely. Last week's, as I say, a month ago, episode 87, we were the lucky recipients of a barnstorming performance by your friend and mine, T.B. Douglas. Oh, did I change the things? Oh, Lord, maybe I didn't. We'll see it though. It'll be fine. Where are the rounds? We'll get rid of the chat box. We'll throw in the rounds. Oh, he should have done this before, shouldn't he? Yep, they're all in. That's in. That's in. That's in. That's not in. That's in. What's the other one in then? Oh, it's all but one. All but one. That makes it the trickiest thing in the world to do. We did artiste. That's in. What are the other ones? What are the other ones? Yay or nay is in. Spotlight is in. Nart is in. Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5 is in. These are the rounds that you have to choose from. TB Douglas, you lucky thing. Whichever one of these you would like to go through, we will absolutely go through while I go and retrieve the I Am Smart round selector from the other side of the room where it was being prepared. Over to you, TB. You'll notice, of course, that it is, I am still jacketless. The jacket is right here on the back of the chair because currently in the American Principality of Spotlight, says TB, lovely stuff. In the American Principality of America, it is 31 feels like 35. 31 feels like 35. So if you're expecting this to go on, this, and if I can shock you, this is not made of natural fibers. Not made of natural fibers. No, we're going strictly t-shirt. Strictly t-shirt today. Lovely, lovely stuff. So it's a spotlight from TB. That's one round. We've got 2 more rounds to choose from, making up that full 3 rounds. So what do you say? What do you say? What do you say we pick some rounds, yeah? Let's make it happen. I retrieved the thing. We might as well pay the... Here we go. Order. Haikuesday. Spotlight. Let's quiz. Let's make it happen. 31 degrees C is not fun. Couldn't agree with you more, SJBeck72. Couldn't agree with you more. We'll have a little bit more on that later on in the episode. Lovely, lovely emote work there from Monkey Pixie Funk. So what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? We've got a spotlight. That's guaranteed. That's quite good. Yeah, that's quite good. What else have we got? Haikuesday. That's quite good. Slightly strange, but it's good. And then order. Ooh, that's nice. I think we might be going Haikuesday first. Then we might be going gosh, where is it? Order next. And then I think we're finishing with Spotlight. Where is Spotlight? RT Spotlight, still called RT Spotlight, back in the day. And there we go. That's our order. We've got it, we're living it, we're loving it. Gamer Hole, hello to you. What a lovely, lovely surprise to see you. Always a joy. Are you ready for some poetry? Gamer Hole, are you ready for some poetry? Please tell me that you are. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. I think I'm leaving this house before the sun goes down. You've got another thing coming. Are you ready for some poetry, Gamer Hole? Are you ready for... Yes, I am. Perfect. Here we go. Haikuesday, Haikuesday, my kingdom for a Haikuesday. Poems, guys, poems. Let me tell you about poems. They are great because they don't say exactly what they mean. There's always an element of interpretation. Yeah, you could be reading a poem that's talking about post-it notes, but it's actually about when absentee parents come back into the picture because they don't stick around as long as you'd like either. As an artiste, you need to be able to interpret them properly. So I have written you 5 poems here, and you just need to tell me what they are about. It couldn't really be any simpler. Let's see if we can get a... Boom. There's your instructions in the chat. We always have a topic. We always have a topic just to give you a little bit of extra ammunition. The topic this week is... Oh, Looney Tunes characters. The property of Warner Brothers. You know the ones. They're the ones that aren't Disney. There's the Disney ones, and then there's these guys. So I'm going to... It's 5 poems. Let's see how many you get. Poem number 1. A top 3 tuner, that's a phrase that I made up myself for the purposes of this poem. A top 3 tuner, Looney Tunes, tuner, but always fares worse than bugs. It's just despicable. Kind of playing with language there in a pretty impressive way. Poem number 2. He's always hunting, but never really succeeds. Stick to opera? He's always hunting, but never really succeeds. Stick to opera? You need that intonation there. You need that kind of Australian... Stick to opera? Opera? You need that, otherwise it's... I mean, I suppose it could be a command, couldn't it? Hey, stick to opera. But I think it works better the way I've done it. That's number 2. Poem number 3. Thirsty pour amour. At the time, it was funny. Today, it's assault. Thirsty pour amour. At the time, it was funny. Today, it's assault. Yeah, okay. I do doubt myself sometimes with these haikus. Obviously, we're looking for a 5, 7, 5 syllable count. Thirsty pour amour. At the time, it was funny. Today, it's assault. So it all. I tell you what did trip me up earlier when writing these. Real. The word real. 2 syllables, apparently. Bisyllabic. Who knew? So I just had to come up with a different word. Number 4. Cultural icon. For his pace and fashion sense. A red kerchief. Wow! That one again. Cultural icon. For his pace and fashion sense. A red kerchief. Wow! Cat and sheep. A pledge. The Count. Can I call you the Count? Or Sheepy? Count Sheep 222 is quite cumbersome a name. Obviously, if that's what you were christened with, far be it from me to hold your parents' feet to the fire at all. The Count is fine. Lovely. The Count is here. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And the final poem of this round. Take off the dress, Bugs. We've got a true girl bunny. She's a baller too. Once more, that is, take off the dress, Bugs. We've got a true girl bunny. She's a baller too. People who are particularly quick on the draw really firing on all cylinders this Sunday will be able to recognize that, yeah, that's what used to be real. And he said, oh, yeah, that's 8 syllables, not me. And I said, 8 syllables? Get out of town. Get out of town. Weave? Weave? What is that, 2 syllables? They said, no, it's real, 2 syllables. So you're absolutely out of your mind. But rules is rules, guys. I'm certainly not going to stand up to the high rollers at howmanysyllables.com. That's not the kind of guy I am. Those are our 5 poems, our 5 haikus, and I think you will agree, even though there's only one compliment in the chat so far, and that's me interpreting wow as, wow, look at this incredible haiku. They were 5 outstanding haikus, but that's only part of the story, guys. That's we've got the haiku for the brain. We need something for the imaginosphere. That's where the musing comes in. Musing, very simply. If you had to open a shop with one member of the Looney Tunes gang, who would it be, and what would you sell? Yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one. But I'm excited to see what you come up with. T.B. Douglas, they were great, but they were thinkers for me. Okay, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's the kind of thing that I imagine when you're having your dinner this evening, you're tucking into a lovely boiled potato or green bean, and you think, gosh, those poems that I had to think so hard about earlier, they were actually really great. Not me, they were great, but I won't be there. You know, I'll be, hugging my air conditioner, whatever it is that I'm doing at that point. So it's good. It's really good to try and get your compliments in when the person's still around. Normally that counts for, before they die. But Monkey Pugsy Funk, that last one was a toughie. Little tough, yeah. Yeah, bit of a newer Looney Tune, if I can say such a thing. That's all I'm saying, though. That's all I'm saying. If you had to open a shop with one member of the Looney Tunes gang, who would it be and what would you sell? We've got a musing countdown. Let's make sure we're getting the time in there. I want to make sure that you've got all the time that you need. Just as a reminder, obviously, we had our toast at the top of the episode, and it was great. It was great. No two ways about it. Let's go back to Maine. But, of course, that wasn't the only suggestion that we made. Obviously, 2 weeks of suggestions here from my wonderful Instagram audience of things that make them happy. So we've got a positivity party coming up. We've got an option. Do you want the positivity party now? I really need to work out how to turn these off because every time they are freaking me out. So, do you want the positivity party now or do you want it after the next round? Between rounds 1 and 2 or between rounds 2 and 3? I'm happy either way. We're getting a positivity party. That's all that matters to me. When would you like it? You want to push on? Balloons? Yeah, I don't know. And when the balloons are green, it interferes with the green screen. Didn't think that one through, did you, Apple? Save it for later, says TB. No props. No props. We are in an ad break at the moment. Is there anyone in that ad break? Monkey Pixie Funk will be in that ad break. Gamer Hole will be in that ad break. So let's hold off. Let's hold off. So a little bit of a think of that first round, was it? I mean, Looney Tunes, depending on your lifestyle choices, might not necessarily have been something that you've interacted with a huge amount in the last decade or so. So yeah, it might have been requiring you to really reach into the back of the annals to make sure that you're... Like, who are the Looney Tunes? Yes, I don't know anything about Looney Tunes. Gamer Hole! Nothing about Looney Tunes. They're tremendous guys and gals. They really... anarchic, chaotic, but with a deep vein of humanity and heart running through them. They use a lot of Acme products. I would recommend seeking them out. It's not just, Space Jam and the Brendan Fraser starring back in action. There's much more to them than that. Go back into the old stuff. Go back into the old stuff. Dig through the stuff from the 50s, the 60s, the Chuck Jones, the Mel Blanc, all of this kind of stuff. Oh, wonderful, wonderful works here. Is everybody back? Everybody back? Lovely. But of course, yeah. If you don't know anything about Looney Tunes, that would have been a rough round. Hopefully, this round you're going to know a little bit more about. Hopefully, you're a bit older. Order. How can you make sense of all the art in the world without putting it in order? I ask you. Like the Halloween movies, yeah? The logical order for Halloween movies is, of course, original, sequel, unconnected standalone, sequel to the first sequel, sequel, another sequel to the first sequel that ignores the most recent 3 sequels, sequel, reboot, sequel to the reboot, sequel to the original that ignores all of the others, sequel. Anything else would have been ridiculous. So I'm going to give you 4 things right now, and I want you to put them in order. How many of them you put in order is entirely up to you. How much will you risk? Will you risk it for a biscuit? There's a lot going on here. So if anybody's confused, please do let me know. Very simple. I mean, this is simple, guys. There's only one question. Wait, is it? Yeah. Put these 1980s movie songs in chronological. TB Douglas, Looney has been removed from the chat for me. Do we think that it's because it's derogatory to those with mental health concerns? Wowzers. I mean, it's good that they're staying on top of these things, guys, There's lots of swear words coming out every single day. I can't be expected to keep track of them all. Finally, a round I can do. I'm glad for you, Monkey Pixie Funk. This one's for you, baby. This one's for you. Although, in order to... Wait. Put these 1980s movies songs in chronological... In chronological what?
Order! 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 Order!
Thanks, John. Thanks. Obviously, I'm going to have to go to my little camera. There I am. Only tiny now. Only tiny. As we go for the movie songs, we have got Eye of the Tiger, we have got Fight the Power, we've got The Time of My Life, and we've got The Power of Love. Put them into order. Each of these songs very closely associated with a movie from the 1980s. So if you know the movies, you can maybe try and put the movies in order. We've got Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. We've got Fight the Power by Public Enemy. We've got The Time of My Life by Bill Medley, featuring Jennifer Warner and Jennifer Warner, I'm not entirely sure. And The Power of Love by, of course, your favourites and mine, Huey Lewis and the News. If you definitely know that the order of 2 of these, and you don't want to risk it any further than that, that's absolutely fine. You can just write, for instance, A, B. If you know that A was definitely before B, you could just write down A, B. That's entirely fine. And if that's correct, you'll get 1 point. If you definitely know that it goes A, then B, then C, then you can write down A, B, C. And if that's right, you'll get 3 points. If you want all 5 points, you're going to have to write down all 4 of them in order. Because, of course, if you get any of these wrong, that's a goose egg, baby. That's how many points you'll be getting. So how much do you risk it? As I just lean down there. Just lean down there so you can see all of them. Eye of the Tiger, Fight the Power, The time of my life. The power of love. Have I ever worked out the odds of just absolutely going for a punt? And just putting 4 random things down? I'm not sure I have. Should do that for next time. It's tricky, says TB, and I would agree with you on that one. If you want to just play it safe, just say, like I say, I definitely know that Fight the Power was before the time of my life. Get that down, bank that 1 point, and move on with your life. You want to bump it up as much as you like. Risk it for a biscuit. Let's get rid of little camera. Oh, no, that's a different... There we go. That's what we're putting things in, though. Order. Put them in order. We have a musing for this round, of course we do. The musing for this round is... TB's going to go for it, but not sure I should. Well, TB riding the wave of confidence from getting 18 points in the last episode. 18 points. Matching, I believe, the all-time top score for a 20-point quiz. That gives you a certain strut in your walk, a certain cocky stride, a certain musty odor. Yeah, getting those kinds of points. TB's not apologizing for anybody. TB's going for it. Musing is, pitch a key scene in your movie and tell me which 80s song scores it. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And I know we don't know who they are in real life. Hey, I know we don't know who they are in real life. But isn't specifically this a musing that you think Nana Hobbob and definitely not Duda are going to be very upset that they missed? Don't you just get that vibe? Don't you just get that vibe from them? Monkey Peaky Funk's going for it too. What's the worst that could happen? 0 points for the round. That's the worst that could happen, MPF. But you knew that all along, didn't you? You knew what you were putting up. You knew what the risks were. Oh, let's do the countdown. Let's make sure we're getting 30 seconds for this. Key scene in your movie. Tell me which 80s song scores it. So feel free to start with the song if you want. This is a song that I love from the 1980s. What do I want to happen? What kind of movie scene does this suggest to me in my mind's eye, in my imaginosphere? You could have some absolutely crackerjack answers to this. Baby, I can't wait. Monkey Peaky Funk's excited. Oh, excited. You can see it in the emotes. It's written all over the emotes. Let's go back to main, guys. Let's go back to main. We knew it was going to happen. It's maybe my favorite new thing that we've established over the last in recent times for Livetainment. It's the positivity party. Like I say, every week I ask people on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, my God, you should be. I ask my followers on Instagram to tell me things that they're happy about, that have made them happy that week. I pick one of them, I make it the toast, but the rest of them are so good, they just demanded that they be made something of in this quiz. I'm feeling positive. I just want that positivity. I want that positivity. Let's do it. These are things that my Instagram followers were made happy this week. Belly button fluff, the easiest way of ticking something off your personal hygiene to-do list. A vintage hand lever espresso machine, super cool watching my shot get pulled today. Old machines are better than new machines. The end of the school year, summer holidays are here. It's time to forget how to write with a pen. Impromptu plans, way to make you feel like you're impulsive and cool and not just the end product of not having made plans ahead of time. Weekend naps, is there really something more productive you could be doing? No way, baby. Freshly painted nails. Hands and feet aren't just functional, they can be beautiful as well. There's a little bit more. A forgotten favourite song on the radio, Butterfly by Crazy Town. You made me feel alive and I was almost dead. Butter, is it a coincidence that it's only one letter away from better? No. Playing in the band for a production. Your lines are all written in front of you and you get the last bow. Very exciting. The sun. Yeah, it gives us skin cancer and sweat, but it also helps us to see things. And finally, booty. Exactly what you want to find in a treasure chest. Those were things that were making people feel positive this week. Thank you so much to everybody who opened up enough. I'm gonna give you the statistics again. Thank you for being brave enough. Can I say that? Thank you for being brave enough. I'm going to give you the statistics. You haven't asked for them, but I'm going to give them to you. And this is just for this week's one. This is just for yesterday's one. Let's have a look. 22 people saw that. 22 people saw that story. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you were brave enough to engage with your joy. Only 6 of you. 6 of 22. That's what, like 2%? You're brave. And I respect the living heck out of you. Final round, guys. That's right. Where is the... Yes. Game recognizes game, guys. As an artiste, you have to be willing to shine a light on the work of other artists and be nice about it. That way, if they want to be polite, they have to be nice about your art as well. But, of course, before we look at who the spotlight falls on in this quiz, we have to take a trip to see your favourite and mine, the artiste who puts all other artists to shame. It is, of course, it's Lucy Liu. Everybody say hello, Lucy. Everybody welcome Lucy. So fair. The lovely Lucy Liu to the stream. Would we say always a treat to see Lucy? I think we would. Everybody is love. I love Lucy. Yeah, so does everybody else. The Count getting involved, TV getting involved. Everybody's pleased to see Lucy. Everybody's pleased. You're doing well? That's good. I'm pleased you're doing well. You got a joke for us? Have you? Everybody's excited. MPF, Maple Panda. Everyone's getting involved. Now, for those of you who are maybe newer to this, Lucy, I will forewarn you, Lucy has a pretty filthy sense of humour. Toilet-based, yeah? Scatological. And you wouldn't think it, would you? Look how fair she is. Look how fair. Oh, Lucy. Okay, what have you got? Hoping she can keep it clean today, says Maple Panda, and I second that. What have we got? My son Rockwell, fine. My son Rockwell is 7 years old now. They grow up so quickly, don't they? They grow up so quickly. It's a joy to be teaching him so much about life. Yeah, I mean, you know, who wouldn't learn a lot from having a mother who is both a Hollywood icon and a UNICEF ambassador and an artiste, painting-wise, in her own right. I'm in a phase now where he's perfectly toilet trained. Here we go. But I'm forever having to tell him to put the toilet seat down. Wait for it. I assume there's a punchline coming up here, Lucy. You've got to tell him to put the toilet seat down. I don't know why he carries it around so much. See that, Lucy? That's a joke everyone can enjoy. That's a joke everybody can enjoy. See, the Count's getting involved. Look at all these emotes. Look at all these emotes, Lucy. It's a joke. It's lovely wordplay. Yes, it's to do with toilets. Yes, obviously that's part of your particular style. I get that. But it's not filthy, yeah? Putting the toilet seat down, putting the toilet seat down. More like that, please, Lucy. Yeah? More like that, please. Wonderful. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice for Lucy to tell a joke that we can all enjoy? SJ Beck 72 getting involved. Everybody's getting involved. Lovely. Thank you very much, Lucy. Just think in the future about how good this moment feels. For you to be have told a lovely joke that's got everybody laughing, even the younger members of the Smarties. Just think about it. This is what it could be like all the time, Lucy. Doesn't all have to be disgusting. Okay, so everybody say bye, Lucy. Lucy needs to go away now and make some more incredible films like Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Bye-bye, Lucy. Lovely. What a joy. What a joy. Wasn't that great? Gosh, if only it could be like that all the time. The spotlight, of course, doesn't fall on Lucy. The spotlight's always on Lucy. Who am I talking about? Good job with the joke this week. TV's getting involved. Everybody loves it. Wow, says the Count. Thumbs up, says Maple Panda. Yeah, pretty good. The spotlight for this round. Gosh, look how glamorous she looks. How glamorous. It's, of course, Jenny from the block. It's Jennifer Lopez. She used to have a little, now she has a lot. Looking great, looking absolutely dynamite there. Big curly hair. Well done, you. So let's see how much you all know about Jennifer Lopez. Nice and simple. Question number 1. Within $3 million, how much of her own money did Jennifer Lopez put into her hour-long cinematic odyssey, This Is Me, ... now? Within $3 million. So you've got a $6 million... let's snooze that. Snooze that ad. So we've got a $6 million window, which is quite a lot. I've been very generous here. And I've been especially generous, bearing in mind it wasn't too long ago that this came out. Probably only a few months. Maybe March. And I talked about it quite extensively on my various Livetainments. So if you're paying attention there, if you can just go back to your mental Rolodex of the eidetic memory you all have for Livetainment, the answer's there, guys. The answer is there. Maple Panda doesn't get great vibes from JLo. Gosh. Have you been speaking to Ben Affleck? I think she seems like a wonderful performer. And really, really loves a very, very tight bun on the top of her head. And I think we should celebrate that. Question number 2. Jennifer Lopez's performance as a criminal stripper in which film earned her Golden Globe, Critics' Choice and Screen Actors Guild nominations? They all thought it was going to be Oscar nominations, but they said no. No. At least she makes Ben happy, as shown in the pics. Yeah, I mean, sometimes he seems a little upset, I would say. Sometimes he seems a little exasperated. But yeah, you have to believe. You have to. I mean, you wouldn't get together with somebody, then very publicly break up with that person, then very publicly get back together with that person, only to break up with them again. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Call me Nostradamus, but that's not a thing that human beings do. Okay, so they are blissfully happy here, and any number of little photos or video clips that seem to suggest the opposite are, for me, fake news. I do love the Ben Affleck memes she seems to indirectly generate. Yeah, I mean it's an artistic union in many different ways. Question number 3. Jennifer Lopez acted as a judge on American Idol for 5 seasons. Name anyone she judged alongside. We've got a list of co-judges on American Idol across her 5 seasons. Just name one of them, any one of them, and I'll give you the point. Question number 4. Jennifer Lopez wore a dress with a plunging neckline to the 2002 Grammy Awards. The dress caused such a sensation that it inspired the creation of Google Images. But what colour was the dress? What colour was the dress? Created Google Images. Astonishing. And the final question. In 2001, Jennifer Lopez became the first woman to achieve which US-based double achievement? US-based. Let's give you a little bit extra. Let's give you a little bit extra. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm winging it on the fly. On the fly. Which US-based double chart achievement? That could probably be on the same line, couldn't it? Yeah. The first woman to achieve which US-based double chart achievement? And it's an achievement. Oh, here we go. This is good. To give you a little bit extra and extra and extra. Oh, wait, no. Shouldn't have done that. It's an achievement that has also been achieved by Bad Bunny, Beyonce later on, Eminem, Harry Styles, and Prince. And the musing, because we're about to go into an ad, so let's make sure we get the musing up first. The musing is, you create your own This Is Me Now style fantasy musical movie about your love life. In it, there is an imaginative dream sequence. Please describe it. So for those of you who haven't seen this, and I cannot encourage you enough to watch This Is Me Now. It is creativity writ large. But it's all about her love life, and it has several fantastical sequences within it that are all deeply meaningful to her love life. And if you were making a fantasy musical movie about your love life, and there was some kind of dream sequence that doesn't really need to adhere too much towards logical reality. I mean, she had quite a big budget for this, as we can tell from that first, the answer to that first question. What dream sequence are you having in that? What dream sequence are you having in that? I really go wild with this. Really go wild with this. Let's go back to me. Oh. Didn't turn the positivity off. Positivity is never going to stop. Positivity is never going to stop. We've got a very exciting thing here. On the fly, the Count on social media. The Count was the person who suggested the coffee. What was it? The coffee... something that brought them joy was a vintage hand lever espresso machine. So the Count getting very much into the coffee and sent an accompanying photo mid-show. Mid-show! This is interaction. So this is... Look at that. Well, you can't really see that, but look at that. Not sure I can... wait. Auto-rotate. There we go. That could... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful coffee. Got some coffee on one side. You've got a full coffee on the other side and just some milk or some cream or something in the middle. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that vis-a-vis coffee, the Count is not messing around. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much, Count. What I'd love to do, guys, because we have finished the questions now. Well done, you. We have finished the questions. I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can because I appreciate time is a factor today. I don't want to take up all of your Sunday, but I was wondering if we could have a little State of the Union address, if that'd be okay. A Livetainment State of the Union, okay? How is everybody enjoying their Livetainment at the moment? I think, personally, it's been going great. Thanks for offering up your answers. But I think there might be one or two circumstantial issues that are cropping up vis-a-vis Livetainment at the moment. Number one, as mentioned in the Positivity Party, it is summer, and that means holidays. That means everybody getting away on some exciting holidays. We, and by that I mean, of course, you, because I can't afford it, will be jetting off on summer holidays to far-flung places, or just near-flung places, if you want. But whichever flung places we travel to, it means the same thing. It means a reduced viewership for Livetainment. It happens every single year, and it's absolutely fine. But I think it's something that we need to be aware of. Okay? Number two. I get sad. Now, SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder, and it means that the seasons and their accompanying climate directly affect my mood. Now, most people who suffer from SAD suffer from it in the winter when the lack of sunlight causes them to feel gloomy. You'll excuse me for doing things a little different. I suffer from SAD in the summer, where the excess of sunlight causes my skin to blister, my underarms to leak, and my overall vitality to plummet. I am a prisoner in my own home, and I'm not even under house arrest, which is a big shame, because I think that's a lifestyle that would really suit me. And number three, I am still a person with unemployment. And yes, I am still a person who takes offence to the term unemployed person, because that's not all I am, you hear? And with me having to scrabble around for money to support myself and my boys, I have recently hit rock bottom by having to borrow some money from cameraman George. Yes, I am taking financial assistance from the man that traditionally I have given financial assistance to. It's that bad. Now, some might say that my willingness to pay for him for this many years when he's really not been cameramanning that much in recent times means he kind of owes me, but I certainly wouldn't say that myself. So, we've got a summer holiday-led reduced viewership. We've got the heat really killing my efficiency and work ethic, and we've got the hovering around a breakdown level damage that my joblessness has done to my self-esteem, because it has got me kind of asking questions like, if I'm unable to support my children, do I even deserve the dopamine hit of Livetainment? All in all, these are suboptimal Livetainment conditions. And so the next step to me, that's lovely emote work, the next step to me seems pretty clear. It's a summer hiatus. All the big shows do it, guys. All the big shows do it. And if it's good enough for the ladies at The View, then it's certainly good enough for me. So here's the breakdown of what is going on and what is coming up, okay? So 21st of July, which is today, I Am SmART. That's happening right now. 28th of July, no Livetainment. 4th of August, Art Right Now. Depending on, well, let's okay. So this 21st of July was supposed to be the Art Right Now, but that got pushed back because the England team reached the finals of the footy. So that kind of scuppered my plans. Thanks, guys. I can't do a show next week because I'm already booked into a medical trial thing. I think they inject me with something on Friday, and then I don't eat again until Monday, something like that. It's $80. So I'll be under surveillance next weekend, so I won't be able to do any Livetainment. And then I'll be coming back the week after for Art Right Now. If people will be able to watch, is there anybody booked in for holidays for this week? Now's the time, guys. Now's the time. Let me know, because I don't want to put in a huge amount of work for Art Right Now, and I'm performing to cameraman George and my sons. They get enough of it already. Then we've got the summer hiatus, and then I'll be back on the 22nd of September, thus making a joyous day even more joyous, because that is, of course, the first day of autumn. Good Lord, let that be now. So I'll still be active on my socials, and for those of you who are real desperate for some Livetainment, even if it is proper Livetainment. Lovely, thank you very much, Maple Panda. The good news is that Ready Game Inspire will be maintaining its schedule, barring any particularly precipitous mood drops, because it is just an easier show to maintain. So that's that. This is a summer hiatus, which will hopefully allow me time to get a job, get some self-esteem back, work on some new ideas, and please God, bring a chill to the air that will necessitate a light jacket when I leave the house. So I will see you hopefully after all in September. I would ask you to get it in the calendars. 22nd of September, get it in the calendars. TB Douglas also good for the 4th of August. Okay, so this is today. Next week I'm under observation for medical purposes. Art Right Now on the 4th of August. Then about 6 weeks of summer hiatus. Then Livetainment returns on the 22nd of September. Something we can all look forward to. You better get it in your calendars, guys. Get it in your calendars. Lovely. Thank you so much for that. And I think now it's time to get on with some answers to these questions. Here we go. Haikuesday, baby. Haikuesday. The musing was... Art Right Now. Yeah. If you had to open a shop with one member of the Looney Tunes gang, who would it be and what would you sell? Nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. Haikuesday, a top 3 tuner, but always fares worse than Bugs. It's just despicable. The answer for that one, of course, Daffy Duck, with his trademark lisp and irascible behavior, attitudes, personality. Number 2, he's always hunting but never really succeeds. Stick to opera. Number 2 is, of course, Elmer Fudd. Opera being a reference to, the wheelie being a reference to his speech impediment. A lot of them have speech impediments. It's okay. It was fine back in the day. A lot of these were invented in the 40s. And the opera thing was one of his famous shorts was the opera one, Hunt a Wabbit, etc. Again, if you haven't seen it, good Lord, get involved. Really lovely stuff. Thirsty Pour Amour. At the time it was funny. Today it's assault. A little bit of a negative vibe on this one, but it's fine. Pepe Le Pew, look at him. His heart's in the right place. But he does need to go to a seminar or two. Well done if you got that one right. Cultural icon for his pace and fashion sense, a red kerchief. Wow. That was, of course, Speedy Gonzalez. Look at that red kerchief. All in white ensemble, the lovely yellow hat. Cultural icon. Cartoon Network took his cartoons off in 99. because they thought, well, is this racist against Mexican people? And then Mexico united as a single collective to say, no, he's great, he always wins, and he looks like $1 million. So then they brought him back. Haikuesday, question 5, the final Haikuesday of this week. Take off the dress, Bugs. We've got a true girl bunny. She's a baller too. This one, yeah, maybe a little tricky, a bit more of a modern one. It's Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny, first introduced in Space Jam in 1996, so only almost 30 years ago now, but that is still young for these guys. And she's worth pointing out, absolutely darling figure. So well done if you got those right. 1 point for each correctly identified haiku. Let's get on with some of these musings. If you had to open a shop with one member of the Looney Tunes gang, who would it be and what would you sell? MPF going straight in. Taxidermist with Elmer Fudd. I mean, you're working with what you're given. Yeah, Elmer Fudd. He's out there. He's hunting. He's gunning it. He's trying it. He's bringing you back tons. I mean, he's not particularly successful with Bugs Bunny. Elmer Fudd is not particularly successful with Bugs Bunny, but Bugs is a special case. You know, if you're setting out to hunt Bugs Bunny, I think you've got to expect a little bit of disappointment. A regular bunny, much easier to shoot. And so he's bringing that back to you. Bang. Get the bits out. Get in some sawdust and some wire to make them slightly more posable. Fake eyes, and you're off and running. That's great stuff, MPF. Lovely, lovely. SJBX72, a running shoe shop with Speedy Gonzalez. I mean, that's nice because it's generally speaking, I mean, you can't really see it there, but generally speaking, he does go shoeless. And so he knows exactly what it's like to run barefoot. And so if he's recommending a running shoe to you, you think, this is a guy who knows his onions, running-wise, okay? So if even he's saying, yes, I think you should buy them, I think I skirted the line there of what was acceptable. Yes, these running shoes, I think you should buy them. Then I think people are going to be on board with that. I think that is a recommendation that they can trust. Great work, great work. TB Douglas, Yosemite Sam, gun guy. Huge hats, of course, cowboy hats, but others as well. Always oversized. He'd shout at people until they took a hat home. There are lots of approaches vis-a-vis salesmanship. A lot of approaches. Softly. You can try and lead them to it. You can, give people the information and allow them to make their own choice. But Yosemite Sam, I agree with you, probably would be slightly more of the badgering type. He's going to pressure you. He's going to put that pressure on you. Afterwards, maybe you'll think, I'm not sure I necessarily needed this enormous hat. I'm not sure I necessarily needed this exorbitantly sized bobble hat. But he's badgered me into it. I don't dislike it enough to take it back. They've already got my money, and do you know what? It's a real conversation starter when I'm trying to look for a boyfriend over the winter period. So there's definitely pluses to it. Nice stuff. Maple Panda, never heard of Lola Bunny. Me neither. Null points for moi. Never heard of Lola Bunny. So you've never seen the 1996 cinematic classic Space Jam? It's got Bill Murray in it. Disappointing. Wow. I would recommend Space Jam. I would recommend the second Space Jam as well, because it's got a character called Algae Rhythm, who is loosely based on an algorithm. It's a pretty clever film. But the first one, really groundbreaking. And Lola Bunny's there. She's pretty good. I would blow your mind with the movies I haven't seen. Let's not go down that route. That just means with all the films that are in your future, Maple Panda, that are in your future. So if you dropped a musing, so that's a point to Monkey Pixie Funk, a point to SJBX72, and a point to TB Douglas. Well done. Everybody else remain at nil par. I would have thought you'd just thrown something in, Maple Panda, there. No points from the thing? Just to salvage a single point? No? Never mind. Never mind. Let's move on. Order. Let's get rid of this. Let's go into this. We're looking to put some things in what?
Order! 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 Order!
We're looking to put some things in order. Before we do that, pitch a key scene in your movie and tell me which 80 song scores it. This is going to be a good one, guys. This is going to be a good one. Let me know. Get it in the chat. I'm excited to see, to kind of feel and experience what your movie scenes are. So the four to put in order were Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, Fight the Power by Public Enemy, I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warner, and The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. The movies that these are attached to, of course, Eye of the Tiger is from Rocky 3, I believe. Not the original Rocky. That's a nice little fact that you can bring out to really dazzle people at your next dinner party. Not at the first one. Public Enemy, Fight the Power was from Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing. Yep. I've Had the Time of My Life, of course, from Dirty Dancing. And The Power of Love from Back to the Future. But what was the proper order? The proper order was this. Hopefully there's some people with 5 stars, 5 points here. 1982, Rocky 3, Eye of the Tiger. Back to the Future with Huey Lewis's 1985. Dirty Dancing, 1987. And Do the Right Thing was 1989. The correct order here, A, D, C, B. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. I hope you got some good stuff. And you put them in the right order. No musings submitted yet, which gets me excited because the only reason that I can think of that it wouldn't be there would be because people are typing such long descriptions of their scenes. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Order. Here we go. TB. Beat It by Michael Jackson. Lovely stuff. It's a film about high school nerds. The music is from the scene where they finally stand up to the bullies after they go too far and embarrass them in front of their love interest. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So the music is from the scene where they finally stand up to the bullies. So they are literally beating up the bullies. That's exciting because there's not enough of that. I think IMHO, there are too many movies vis-a-vis bullies where the bullied at the end are expected to, in some ways, take the moral high ground. I think they're expected to rise above the need for petty violence and petty retribution. Whereas I want to see more films where bullies just get beaten up. Just get nothing. It's people speaking their own language. Does that make sense? It's the bullied speaking the language of the bully. And so there's a bully there. And the love interests are watching all of this going, do you know what I really respect? I really, really respect a girl who knows how to fight. Twist! twist. You thought it was girls looking at boys, but in fact it was boys looking at girls, and a guy looking at a girl beating up her bully, thinking, do you know what? Yeah, this is really doing it for me. This is really doing it for me. That's nice. That's nice, TB. I like that a lot. Although I would like to be larger in the scene. There we go. I would like to be larger, and I am larger, and now things make sense a little bit more. That's great stuff. Oh no, my gamble did not pay off. Oh, TB. TB. I mean, that's the thrill of the game. That's the thrill of the game. You risk it for the biscuit, but sometimes you lose it for the who's it, whatever it was before. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you, though. That's a shame. Gamer Hall. Lovely. Friend group goes on a bike ride to lie down in sunny field while Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac plays. Oh. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. They just solved a murder. Let me just, this might, I don't think this should upset things too much. Wait, but maybe it will. We'll have a few seconds of it. We'll have a few seconds of it because I think it's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got some kids, they go on a bike ride, lie down in a sunny field because they just solved a murder. The murderer is going to prison. They, over the course of solving the murder, bought some magnums, and then they're just lying down in the field and they think, and that was and the voiceover, and that was the best summer I ever had. Yeah, that works. That works. And it was good to know. It was good to know that they would never murder the murderer, Old Man Rivera, with a very dangerously sized moustache, would never, played by Michael Shannon, would never murder ever again. It worked out. No, it never. Okay, so the timing needs to work a little bit better. Timing needs to, and then it's the crack into the magnum. No murdering for you. Credits. Yeah. Really good. Really good. Lovely stuff, gamer. Monkey Pixie Funk, the school bully. Bullies again. Everybody loves a bully. Gets knocked out by nerdy Eddie Hornwitz. Wow. His gang goes mental, high-fiving and whooping everywhere. The school tough claps Eddie on his back saying, "You're all right, kid." Huey Lewis sings "Happy to Be Stuck With You" as Jennifer Wise, the school beauty queen, asks Eddie for a slow dance at the prom. Balloons drop. The camera pans around to a gremlin Eddie hatching. Happy to be stuck with you. Ariana Grande? No. There's been some kind of misunderstanding. Wait. There's a dancing. It's a lovely slow dance. Lovely slow dance between Eddie Hornwitz and Jennifer Whites, probably bonding about the common Z at the end of their surnames, possibly Eastern European heritage. That bonds people together. That bonds teenagers together like super glue. And then we pan around, and then there's a gremlin egg, and just the hand comes out of the egg, and then we hit to black, and people think, oh my gosh, how sinister. How sinister that people that it's a gremlin egg hatching, and it's such a positive sound, because what it really symbolizes is that if you're slow dancing with your best gal, there could be a million gremlin eggs around and it just wouldn't matter.
All the same friends
And the same thing, yeah.
Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true.
Lovely. Happy to be stuck with Jennifer Whites. She's slow dancing with her hands on his back, knuckles, bloody, virtuous, righteous. Yeah. Jennifer is going to give him a smooch, and no two ways about it. But we don't need to see it because it's not that kind of film. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. It's a great tune. Great tune. So a point to TB Douglas, a point to Gamer Hole, and a point to Monkey Pigsy Funk. Could be a shame that I'm able to read out exactly all of the individual people who've put things in, but it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. Spotlight, Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the Block. The musing. Oh, we've got another scene. We've got another creative scene here. Please take your time, guys. Take your times. A fantasy, musical, movie, dream sequence about your love life. Pitch it, love it, go. Question number 1. Within $3 million, how much of her own money did Jennifer Lopez put into her hour-long cinematic odyssey, This Is Me Now? It was $20 million. So anything between $17 and $23 million. Please give yourself a point. Question number 2. Jennifer Lopez's performance as a criminal stripper in which film earned her Golden Globe, Critics' Choice and Screen Actors Guild nominations? It was, of course, Hustlers. Hustlers, where we're expected to root for the stealers, the larceners, the strippers, just because the people they were stealing from were like Wall Street guys who have more money than they know what to do with and are responsible for a lot of misery, and we're supposed to wish them ill? Not my America. Question number 3. Jennifer Lopez acted as a judge on American Idol for 5 seasons. Name anybody she judged alongside. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, Randy Jackson of the Jacksons, Harry Connick Jr. of just such a wonderfully talented man, and Keith Urban, the husband of Nicole Kidman. Any of those, and I will give you the point. Anyone else? I'm not going to. Jennifer Lopez wore a dress with a plunge. What was the color of the fabulous dress that inspired the creation of Google Images? It was green. It was a green plunging dress. Before that, people just searched Jennifer Lopez dress, and it would just come up with a website that you had to click into to then see it. And then Google were like, well, maybe people will actually want to see the picture before they click into the thing. So they invented it. And in 2001, Jennifer Lopez became the first woman to achieve which US-based double chart achievement? This one's pretty tricky, but so well done if you got it. Number 1 album and number 1 movie in the same week. Eminem did it with the 8 Mile and the 8 Mile soundtrack. Prince did it with Purple Rain and the Purple Rain soundtrack. Beyonce did it with one of her albums, and she had a part in the Steve Martin Pink Panther movie. Harry Styles was in Dunkirk, I think, at the same time. One of his albums was number 1. Jennifer Lopez, I think it was Made in Manhattan, and one of her... Anyway, she did it. It was very, very impressive. So well done you, Jennifer. If you got... well done if you got some of those. Well done, definitely well done if you got that last one. That was pretty tricky. But you create your own This Is Me Now style fantasy musical movie about your own love life. In it, there is an imaginative dream sequence. Please describe it. Yeah, we're describing 2 scenes. Yes, if this was planned out more, we maybe wouldn't have got that. But as you see, It's all random, baby. It's all random. Oh, Monkey Pixie Funk, thank you very much. The love of my life appears to me as I stand in an Amazonian jungle. Oh, I am so on board with this already. She swings towards me on a vine, singing about cake. Fabulous, fabulous. So this is the musical element. Whilst a selection of monkeys, beavers, and sloths. Beavers in the jungle. That's good. That could be the title of the film if you want it to be. She whispers to me that she will bake me anything. I ask for chocolate. Oh, this is so romantic. She produces a lemon cake with lemon icing and positively festooned with lemons. I wake up in a cold sweat. Wow. Okay. So it kind of started off real nice. Love the addition of the animals. Monkeys, beavers, and sloths. Love the jungle setting. I love the swinging. But then it's, you're after the chocolate. You get the lemon. It's a lovely, refreshing type of cake. But if that's not what you want, then that's not what you want. And so you almost think, like, why bother asking if you're just going to make whatever you want, perhaps? I mean, maybe it's the monkeys, beavers, and sloths giving her bad advice. Maybe they're saying, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You can prepare the lemon cake. He's going to be asking for a lemon cake. Or I'm not a talking sloth. I mean, this would have taken quite a while. You would have to watch it on fast forward. What he's after is a lemon cake. And it will be so impressive if you have the cake as soon as he says lemon. And immediately you are there with the cake. And then MPF's like, give me chocolate, baby! Or however MPF speaks. I'm looking for a chocolate cake, baby! And the beaver goes, but with his tail, so it gets a much more satisfying slap. Gosh, I'm sorry for rewriting your scene. I can't help but make things better. That's a great suggestion there. That's a great suggestion. T.B. Douglas. Oh, let's have a look at this. Takes place in a desert at night time. It's beautiful with the northern lights all around. There's a pool, and it's like an episode of Man Oh Man, if you remember this program. Of course I remember Man Oh Man. With the hunky guys all standing next to the pool. They're all shirtless. The men by the pool are all of my celebrity crushes from over the years. Lovely. I have to decide between them all. It's a nightmare. Gosh. So 2 suggestions so far, and both of them have really turned sour. I have to decide between them all. It's a nightmare. I push them all in, and the dream ends as I'm about to jump in after them. Oh, interesting. So perhaps TB's thinking, I need to choose which one of these hunky celebrity guys, whoever it is, Gordon Ramsay, Richard Simmons, David Hasselhoff, who else could be a heartthrob that TB was into? Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. They're all lined up. TB's thinking, gosh, who am I going to choose out of this? And then perhaps TB's lasciviousness overtakes her, slams them all into a pool. There's general kind of wetness and tomfoolery, and she's right in there. She's right in there for this kind of, and it just turns into like a love soup, some kind of awful. I mean, you wouldn't be able to broadcast it. God knows you wouldn't be able to broadcast it, but TB would be having a great time. TB would having a wonderful time, just in a lovely. It's like Crush cereal, and TB is a little marshmallow, just swimming around, drinking up all of that sugary goodness, and a heck of a lot of love riboflavin. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. So a point to TB and a point to Monkey Pigsy Funk. Well done, guys. That's excellent. Which means Let's head back to Maine. How are we doing? Oh, we're not doing too badly because we started a little later, didn't we? So we've only been live for an hour and 24, so we've still got 6 minutes left. This is great. We're doing great work, guys, and I appreciate all of you. We've only got one more thing to do. And this one, my God, it couldn't be more topical. It is quite literally the most exciting minute in quiz shows today. It is the minute to win it. I have written something on my light box. I can see it there just underneath my monitor. This is a live feed of that light box. But without the light on, you can't see what's on it. You need to reach into my mind, read my mind, connect with me, and tell me what is written on my light box. You can guess as many times as you want, but each guess has to be in its own chat message. And this one is topical and broad as heck, so it's very likely nobody will get the right one. I was rocked today, as many people were rocked, I tell you, by the news that Joe Biden is not seeking re-election in the upcoming 2024 United States general election. He has taken his name off the ticket. He's realized, I'm over 80. What the heck am I doing? I should be playing with toy trains, eating Werther's Originals, and watching Murder, She Wrote. Or whatever the modern equivalent is, NCIS. So Joe Biden, within the he's a Democrat. Within the Democrat system, he will be replaced. And that got me thinking. So the topic for today's Minute to Win It is people who've been replaced in art. This can be real people who've been replaced in movies, in a movie role or in a TV show. This could be people who've been replaced in bands. This could be fictional characters who've been replaced by somebody else, Invasion of the Body Snatchers style. Anybody that you think of who has been replaced in some way. Superman. There have been lots of Supermans. Yeah, absolutely. That's good. I have tried to make it as broad as possible. Freddie Mercury, Adam Lambert. That's an excellent one, Maple Panda. Batman. Yes, a lot of Batmans. Pete Best, says SJ Beck 72. Wonderful stuff. The Count says Spider-Man. Yes. Bon Scott and Brian Johnson. Yes. This is exactly as excited as I hoped you would get for it, guys. Ooh. Anybody else? The Bake-Offs, those presenters have been replaced. Charlie Sheen and Ashton Kutcher. Lovely stuff, TP. Lovely work. What medium? Scott Robinson in Neighbours. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. I'll allow another couple to come in. Claudia Winkleman and Bruce Forsyth. Yes. Olivia Newton-John Sandy with Michelle Pfeiffer. Yes. Grease 2. Destiny's Child. Sugar Babes. Wonderful work. And if you want to know something thrilling, and I'm confident that you do, we have a winner, guys. I tried to make mine as broad as possible to give the highest chance in such a broad category that somebody would manage to get it. But let's see what is going on. Sometimes it's just fun. It's just fun thinking of these things, isn't it? You don't have to win. SJ Beck 72 with a bonus 2 points. Pete Best replaced with Ringo Starr as the drummer from The Beatles. The Beatles! And he remains bitter about it to this day. And why wouldn't he be? Excellent work, SJ Beck 72, for just getting inside my mind. An extra 2 points to you. Very well done. Let's go back to Maine. And let's, for the love of God, let's count up these scores. Let's count them up, guys. Let's count them up. Whilst you are counting them up. I'm putting your scores into the chat. I want to remind you guys that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself. There is no point threshold to being smart. If you have got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. If you've never heard of the Looney Tunes before, is it realistic? Is it acceptable? Is it fair to do yourself down by not getting a lot of points in that round? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You didn't have the knowledge beforehand. If you did know the Looney Tunes and you wrote down Foghorn Leghorn for most of them, you've got to look at yourself in the mirror. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then it was great. No two ways about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below, because I would love to hear how you did. Let's have a look. Monkey Pixie Funk with 14. Yowza. Yowza. Well done. Well done. Maple Panda with a 5. Well done, you. Another couple of musings, and you could have done better with that. A paltry 8. Oh, but you got those 2 extra points at the end, SJBX72. That's lovely. Perhaps my lowest score ever is a 9 from TB. A third of my points came from the musings. Wow. See, this is when sometimes, it's exciting to risk it for a biscuit, but sometimes, even if you don't get a biscuit, you might just, even just a cracker bread, even just a nice Nilla wafer would be enough. Your biscuits, just leave the biscuits. Yeah, just stick with something a bit more, And Gamer Hole with a champion 3. Well done. And because you got involved with the musings. Your average across the weeks is still very impressive, TB Douglas. Yeah, absolutely. Looney Tunes sabotaged me, to be honest. No problem whatsoever. I'm imaginarily challenged, so musings are difficult for me. Sure. Fair enough. But I hope that week after week, you're getting a little bit better. That's my hope. Maple Panda. Just one of these weeks, something will just flash across. You say, oh my God. A dream sequence about my love life. It's a Mad Max style vehicular chase. And it's me against Harrison Ford. But it's not the Harrison Ford that you're expecting. But that does, of course, mean, as SJBX72 rightly points out, Monkey Pixie Funk, MPF himself, is the high point scorer and will remain such for about 2 months now. Over 2 months, potentially. But when we come back, the first quiz after we come back, you'll get to choose whichever round you want, Monkey Pixie Funk. And that is that is to your credit. So thank you very, very much for joining me, everybody. Again, to remind you, nothing next week. I'll be under observation medically, and I'll be earning a nice little bit of money. There will be an Art Right Now the week after, and then it's hiatus. Okay, so if you really should make sure that you're watching on the 4th of August. 4th of August for just your last shot before the weekend. And there's something that I'm going to be introducing on that Art Right Now that I think you're going to want to get involved with. I really do. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am Notme, I am Art, and I hope you'll join me next time, same place, in September, maybe October at this point, where you'll have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yeah, baby, I am smart. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting involved, for your thoughts, for your imaginings. Let's not get political, MPF. My goodness. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Au revoir.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,